I have been wasting money on crap stuff pretty much all of my life, at least the last 50 years. And it began to weigh on me a couple of years ago, but it's only been since I have retired. I have decided that I finally have the time and I have no more excuses. And I decided that I would live with this idea of essentialism in real life. Today, let's talk about that. In my 20s, as I was beginning to start a family, settling down, putting down some roots, living in Wynn, Arkansas, had a baby right away, and we decided that, we needed things. And so we bought furniture, we bought a car, we rented a duplex, and later we bought a house. But the house was bigger than the duplex, and so we needed more furniture. And then, the second child came along, and then we needed more furniture. We needed another bigger house. And so we just kept moving along. And then when I got remarried for the second time, we started off in a moderate-sized home with furniture for every room. And then we decided we wanted to get a bigger home. We bought more furniture, more stuff. And pretty soon we were needing to pay for a storage facility for some of the stuff because we didn't. George Carlin did a great shtick on this years ago. I encourage you to look it up. If I think about it, I'll put a link to it in the comments. This is the American way of life. We just collect. It was sort of a sticking point, I think, between him and my mom for a while early on. And I guess I inherited that gene, or maybe I was just trying to walk in his footsteps. I don't know. So when we were first married and we were young, we were in our early 20s, we had 3 cars. We had 2 people who could drive. We had a sedan for just driving around, with the kids. We had a customized van, the ones with the captain's chairs that swivel and, a table and all that we could never park anywhere because no parking spaces were big enough for it. And we had a Jeep, a soft cover Jeep that I just kind of rode around in sometimes. And I had access to the company truck. I went through a phase of getting tired of those cars very early, and I was trading cars. We're talking new cars now. We're not talking about used cars. We're talking about new cars. I was trading cars every 6 to 8 months, losing money out my backside with depreciation and the fallout, and I didn't care. I wanted the latest and the greatest and the newest. We lived that way. I lived that way for years and years. And it really wasn't until I decided that I would give up my home and move into an apartment here. This is my bedroom in my apartment in my mom's basement. Yes, I am that 65-year-old man who still lives in his mother's basement. And so, this is not a small space. This is the size of a nice starter home. I mean, it's 1,100, 1,200 square feet probably. I thought when I moved in, I needed furniture to fill it up like all the other times. And so I bought couches and chairs and bedroom suites and all the stuff. But as I started to look at this idea of essentialism, not minimalism, but essentialism, I came to the realization that I just didn't need the stuff. And so here's a distinction, in case you're wondering what the distinction is, for me at least. Minimalism goes about this idea of you live with the absolute bare minimum. If I was a minimalist, I would probably just have my couch in the living room and the TV, and I would have no other furniture except maybe a lamp. I don't live like that. I have a dining room table out here that I never eat at. I'm either eating at the kitchen counter or I'm eating sitting on the couch watching TV. I can't remember the last time I actually used that table to eat on, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I haven't gone so far overboard. But I have decided that I wanted to get rid of the things that were just sitting there, taking up space and providing me nothing. And so I started with my kitchen, and I went through and I got rid of all of the kitchen utensils that I have not used in the last 5 years. I got rid of spices I haven't used in years. I got rid of a ton of stuff and rearranged my cabinetry, and now I've actually got empty cabinets in the kitchen because there's just one of me. How much stuff do I need? I went around the house and did the same thing. I wanted to get rid of most of the trinket style stuff that I had and just replace it with things that have meaning to me, and that is pictures of my kids and my grandkids and other parts of my family. I just want a house filled with memory. And so I took a lot of stuff to the dump that was broken. I took a lot of stuff to Goodwill and just dropped it off. And then I decided that I would tackle this room. And what I found shocked even me. I mean, I was just like absolutely dumbfounded. I bought this furniture set when I moved into the house. It's a queen-size bed. It's got a nice big headboard, a couple of side tables. I purposefully designed the layout around the bed with pictures that I had taken and a couple of lamps and things. And then I've got this beautiful dresser with a mirror behind the camera here, and I've got this tall wardrobe over here in the corner. I had every drawer filled with something, but it wasn't anything that I ever actually used. And so I started culling through things and, again, taking stuff to the dump or finding a place back in the closet back here behind my bedroom. I've got a storage room back here, and I was putting it back there to get it out of the way. And so I wound up redoing the closet and getting rid of clothes that I will never wear. I love shirts with button-down collars, but I don't like short sleeve button-down shirts. I just don't. And I had some. They had to go away. You know, I had some shirts with, logos and stuff on them. They were gone. I got rid of a couple of jackets. I got rid of, I had 37 ties, for gosh sakes. Where in the world am I going to wear a tie at this point in my life, let alone 37 of them? So I kept 4, got rid of all the rest of them. I just kept culling down and culling down and culling down until finally I moved everything to the closet. And I've got space left. My closet is not full. I've got every piece of clothing I own and too many shoes still sitting in my closet. Everything is there. So this dresser is empty. This wardrobe is empty. I don't need them. Now, I could just let them sit here and be attractive and draw dust and, have to come in here and clean them every once in a while. Or I could decide to do something else with this room. And so I have decided to do something else with this room. And these 2 pieces of furniture won't be here much longer. They're going to move back here to this storage room. They'll be covered up and kept nice and, clean. But it's going to open up a whole new opportunity for me in this space as I look at ways to make things more meaningful to where I live. And so I would challenge you. I'm not ready to show you the results yet. It's going to take me a few months to get it all together, but when we do, we'll come back in here and I'll show you what I've done. But in the meantime, these 2 big pieces of furniture are going to be gone. They're just going to leave the room. I would challenge you. You don't have to go to the extremes I'm going to. I'm old. I just don't need the stuff. I got too much time on my hands. But I would challenge you to look at what are you hanging on to that you don't need? Or worse yet, what are you hanging on to that you don't even like? What is it? And can you find a way to begin to essentialize your life? So think about it. Let me know in the comments if you think I've lost my mind. or if you think I might be onto something that might help you down the road as well, I would love to hear from you. And we will be back in this room in a few months to show you sort of where we're at. Thanks for watching.